I have a little bit of a haul from Jet Pens, and I'm really excited because here is my receipt in case you want to order anything from here. But look, they're now incorporating these cool little comic book strips at the bottom of their receipts. Is that not cool? So it says creak as this person is like trying to open a door and they're all in like stealth mode, and then they find that like coveted thing that they're looking for, and it says, "I knew you couldn't resist my Kurotoga pencil." And then the girl says, "I was just going to borrow it." So funny. And you can see that he just like clicked on the light and caught her in the act. I thought that was so hilarious. The Kurotoga, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a mechanical pencil as far as I know. And it's supposed to, I think, rotate as you're writing. There's like some little mechanism inside that makes it rotate so that it prevents like breakage of your lead and from your lead getting like kind of flat like regular mechanical pencils do, so it's always nice and sharp. And I just thought that was hilarious, and I think it's like $12, maybe more than that. So even though it's a really cool mechanical pencil, I didn't know if I could justify buying one for 12 bucks, but this was hilarious, and now I'm thinking, man, I really need that mechanical pencil. So there's that. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to put it in probably my weekly traveler's notebook insert for my standard size. But I will link Jet Pens. So for those of you who are wondering, I still love my standard size traveler's notebook. I'm going to keep it. I just need something different to go ahead and do some dailies for my food journal. And I just find that standard size is too big for that. I don't like the way it works for a food journal. And I was trying out one of the weekly, I guess I could open this while I'm talking. I was going to try out a weekly, I don't have one near me, like little memo for the Hobonichi weeks. And I just didn't like that either because I can't stand the small grid. I always try to make it work, but unless I'm writing over the grid, like a big quote on one page, I just don't care for it. So I was thinking, some stinking thinking, that a traveler size passport would work the best. And of course I had to throw some washi tape in there because I wanted to get free shipping. And at Jet Pens, as long as you hit the $25 mark, then you get free shipping. So I was like, let's throw in some washi tape. And I love these washi tapes by BGM. I just think that they're really beautiful, and they don't give you a ton of washi, but the price is pretty, like, it's nice. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's a little over $3. So there's a decent amount without it being like, you know, super big. And I don't know, I like the quality. I own probably like 5 or 6 by this company, but it's just very lovely. And this is, I don't remember what they're called. Purple Flower. I don't have a lot of purple washi tape, so I thought I wanted to grab that. Look how pretty. And this one is Frost Persimmons. I've never had a persimmon. Are they yummy? Here's that one. Very pretty. And then this one is called Light Brown. I don't know what these are. At first I thought they were feathers. They do not look like feathers. They look like some kind of weed. Those are really pretty. So this is my passport size traveler's notebook by Traveler's Company, and this is in the color Camel. It's just, it fits so nice in the hand. And it's so slick of a design, it doesn't really add that much weight at all. Even when you, if I were to put like all of these in here, which they wouldn't fit properly, but it still is so very lightweight and fits in your hand so very nicely that I just thought that this would be a great place to keep my food journal. So right now in here, I just have a pocket. These are like the stick-on pockets by Traveler's Company that you can purchase. So this has 2 pockets that come with it, and then a third pocket that is like more of a card slot. And then I ended up putting my Hobonichi stencils right here because they fit nicely in there. I do have the folder by Traveler's Company in here, along with the 10th anniversary writing board, which I do actually use in here. I'm telling you, the large one is a lot harder for me to use, but for some reason I remember to use this when it comes time for a ruler. And plus the insert that I have in here is blank, so I really like to use this behind it. I don't know if you can see if I pull it up a little bit more, but you can definitely see the lines so that you can write a lot straighter than you would if you were trying on a blank piece of paper, because I am terrible at that. I just keep this in here. And then I just went ahead and I took an insert that I had already pre-covered and I'd never used. And I think that the blank one, I want to say, is like a maroon cover. See how these all have different colors depending on what kind of paper they are. So this is the grid. I got 2 of those. This is the craft paper and it's about this color. And then this one is the lined. So I think that the maroon color is for the blank one. And I didn't like it. I really didn't. So I just like ripped it off. Like it's still stapled and I covered the staples with some washi tape because I don't like when this rubs up against it because it starts to fray. And then I just wrapped it with a piece of vellum. I didn't add any more cardstock because I knew that this was going to go inside this folder and it would protect the paper. So that ended up working out and I started this on January 18th. And I left some space down here so that I can write in when I end up finishing this insert. At this point, I'm not sure if I want to add these in here because I love Travelers Company inserts and I love their notebooks. However, there's not a lot of space in here. I find this even more true for the passport than the standard size for some reason. Like it fits one insert in here like perfect, especially if you're going to add in a little bit of bulk from this and of course a folder. It seems like there's nothing else really that can fit in there before things start to, you know, stick out. So I don't know. I do have this one that I made myself. This was a faux DIY and this was a standard size olive edition Travelers Company Traveler's Notebook that I cut down. You can see right there. And I love it. I love the leather. I love the way it feels. So it's the same height. I just cut it a little wider to fit a little more in here. And I added these myself. These are just Target dollar spot pockets. One that I kept the regular size and one that I cut down. And I kept the olive edition strings in here. I just cut them down so they would fit nicely. And then I just left one string because I like the way the notebooks lie with one string. So I didn't want to add more than that. And of course I added some of these little beads onto the side because the traditional one has this clamp here. And I didn't add a bookmark like this one has because you know that I'm not like the biggest fan. I don't mind it so much in the little one, but you know, if I don't need them, I don't add them. That is my motto. On the front here, because it's been a while since I've used this, I actually stamped with Stays On, and I believe that this is the cotton white, and I want to say it's called Opaque, and it allows you to stamp on like leather or I believe like wood, and it's not supposed to come off. And I've had this for like, I don't know, I want to say more than a year, and it's been holding up perfectly fine. So I have this one if I want to add all of these in here, because this one will definitely, I think, be able to handle 4 inserts. See that? Beautiful, beautiful. When I try to put 4 in here, I mean, it's just not going to happen. Obviously, you have to maneuver it a little better, but they're going to stick out. For right now, I'm using my High-Tech C. So this is a very small, look how cute. It's not even, it doesn't even reach the top of the passport sized notebook here. It's very small. I love it. It is in 0.4. So this pen has the same ink as the High-Tech C Coletto pens, the multi-barrel pens that I love, but this one is just like smaller, and so it works really nice with this, as well as the fact that it only has one color, obviously. I don't know if it comes in more colors than black, but I tend to only use black anyway, so this works really great in here. And because I've fallen in love with this again, I'm starting to use my other High-Tech C pen. I can't remember what it's called, but it's just like a singular pen like this in my other Traveler's Notebook, which of course is in the other room, so I can't even show you. But it's the one pen that I like bent the top of, whatever. Anyway, I like that this one is retractable because you know how I feel about caps. I lose them all of the time. So this is what I've been using so far. It's been working out great. I did go ahead and cut up a calendar that was in, you can see here, this was in my I don't know if it was my monthly or my weekly Travelers Company notebook insert. But yeah, I went ahead and cut out this year, 2019, in case you're watching this in the far future. And I just cut up these little calendars individually to go ahead and put in here because I thought that would work out well. Not that you guys care, but I'm just going to cover that. And I just put it in here, and I thought I could go ahead and write out like some goals for fitness and what have you for the month of January, including my weight. So yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I can always keep track of something on here if I want to. And I just went ahead and I left some of them still in long strips, and then this one I went ahead for future months to cut up because I need to go ahead and put them, and I just like glued them in there. It wasn't like a big deal, and I'm just like housing them right here, and they've been fine. So I love this. If I already have an insert, why do I need more? I don't know, because I'm a weirdo. Because I can't just have one, and all my other inserts right now are used for the passport size. So I don't know. I don't know what else I want to keep in here. I definitely know I'm going to keep my food journal in here, but I thought since it's easier and this is more portable than the standard size, at least for pulling in and out of my purse, that I might want to keep like a lined insert so that I could keep this for writing on the go. That way I can just like pull it out and put it on my lap. Or if like I'm on the go and I just want to go for a quick walk, sometimes I go to the library and then I walk around the park in a couple of blocks nearby, I would like to take this because sometimes I get ideas and I write them down. And then I go back into the library, and I don't want to carry my standard because it's just too heavy in my opinion. So this is how the lines look. Let me see. I don't know if it says. So yeah, it does. There's 64 pages, and it's a little bit less than 7mm. I think 7mm is pretty standard for the US when it comes to lined paper. Very, very nice. And then always in the back they have a little information page. And then we have the craft paper. And I always see people journal on this, and it always looks so pretty when you add little bits of washi and pictures in here. So I don't know, I might try that out. So this one also has 64, and it is blank. Looks like this. Oh, that's just the back. So that is nice. So if you're someone who has struggles with the standard size and buying these inserts from Travelers Company, these might work best for you. Maybe this size is best for you because it kind of like literally cuts it in half. You still get the same amount of pages, but you fill them up a lot faster. I think my problem sometimes is it takes forever for me to fill up some of the inserts and I get bored. So that's why I kind of like the passport size. This is the grid, and the grid is 5 by 5, and it has 64 pages as well. Looks like this. This looks so small at first, but then when I was writing in there, I thought, man, I can actually fit a lot of stuff on one page. So that's nice. Same stuff. This is great. See, I don't mind the green. I'm pretty sure this blank one is like a really weird maroon cover. And I get that they wanted to keep them different colors for the passport and for the standard, because the standard has different colors. I think maybe the only one that's the same is the craft. The craft might have the same cover in standard size as it does in passport, but the lined is like a different color of brown. So I don't know. And the grid is also like a different color, like a darker shade of brown. Very interesting. And I won't open this because it's the same. So I find that this works best for like doing a lot of adding up things. If you wanted to do like project pages or anything, because it just has a grid background, it just works best for me because I'm pretty lazy about that, and it's kind of hard for me. I'm just like so intimidated by the blank page that I thought I might need 2 of these. Whereas these ones, I was like, I just need one. We'll see how it goes. And it was so funny because right before I bought this stuff, I was talking to someone on Instagram in the comments, and we were talking about how passport size is just not big enough for some things, but standard size is just a little too big for some things, and it's not everything, which is so stressful. And I really wish Travelers Company would come out with something in between the passport and the standard. That would make us all super happy. Now, we all know that we can go and buy that somewhere else, or that we can go ahead and, you know, cut them down like I've cut this one down to more of a B6 or probably a passport that's somewhere in between the two sizes. But I don't want to have to do that. I want it already done for me, and I can just go ahead and purchase the inserts and the leather cover already made, you know, but whatever. So I'm throwing that out into the universe. Let's do it. And remember like 2 videos ago when I was like, I haven't bought any washi tape. Yay me. Well, you know, that ended. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know where my, oh, I do have some. Go team. Oh wait, these are the long ones. These are for standard size. Wait, yay, I do have a passport one. Now, I'm not a big fan of these rubber bands that you can get from Travelers Company, formerly known as Midori. I just don't like them because sometimes they will like rub up like against something like this, and it'll just like keep rubbing and rubbing, and it'll just like break. It'll just like cut them, and I'm like, no. And I don't always like how they like, let me see if I can show you in here. When you put them on, I know this is like the standard size one, but I just want to show you real quick. When you put them in here like this, and it's like pretty tight, it's weird when you're writing on the next page. Can you see that weird fold? I don't know if you can. And it just kind of irritates me. So I personally prefer to use like the extra closure that comes with your Travelers notebooks. They have one that holds together the packaging. Don't forget to save that, because it's just an extra elastic. I like to use those instead, to be perfectly honest. Since I don't have one with me right now, I put everything up because I was only going to use one Traveler's notebook in standard size, and it has the 4 elastics in it. I didn't need any. Let me see if I have any. We're going to use this guy to add in a couple more just for fun. So let's do a grid insert and a lined insert. Okay. I kind of like opening it and seeing this. I'm not a fan of the little, what's it called? Plastic zippy pouch that goes in here. It just annoys me for some reason. I just can't. So, let's see. That looks nicey nice. All right, so for those of you who are new, I'm just gonna leave this in the center on the string. But I'm going to take this, find the center here, and again, I would recommend, and I probably will later, putting some washi tape in the center here, because this rubber band will rub up on here and it will rip because it's annoying. So there's that. Slide your rubber band on, and then I'm going to feed it through the bottom of this insert, like so. And then I'm going to find the center of this. See how it lays right in the center like that and rubs against this? Okay, there we go. Fitting 3 in there. You can see that it kind of sticks out a smidge. Not too bad. And if that happens, you can always go ahead and pull on the front one and the back one and kind of push down the center one. Still going to be peeking out a smidge. You can see there. This is why I'm not a fan always of Travelers Company. I just want them to be a little bit wider, but they're meant to fit what they're supposed to fit. So it is what it is. And some people don't mind that. And sometimes in the passport size, I don't mind it. My pen fits in there without having to use a pen holder or anything like that, and it's just fine. And I'm ready to go. So that's nice. I like this. It just feels so nice in the hands, whereas my other one is pretty long. You can fit this pretty much anywhere. It's nice to carry into a grocery store with a list. It's nice to take out my ID or just my debit card and fit it into here and go in with just this, and I can have my list for everything I need to buy, and it's awesome. So I really like this. Of course, when you put stuff in here, it's going to fit a little nicer, so let me show you that. Take that one out. You slide out of the bottom. Okay, we will move these into here. Nice fits. These will go underneath here. There we go. Oops. This can fit in the center. And if you're wondering about the measurements for this, I'm sorry, I don't have a ruler. I don't know if I did a video on me cutting this down or not, but you could probably look back and find something. I just measured this out and cut it exactly the same height, and I just cut it a smidge wider. But you can see, look, it has 3 in there, and look at how much space I left, which is why I love this one. And close this up like that. We have my key over to the side. I got these off of a really horrible traveler's notebook. It was a faux traveler's notebook. It was like one of the first ones they ever did from Michaels, I think, but I liked the charms, so I put them on here. Now I have this back pocket here. So this is a Target dollar spot pocket here in the back. I cut it down and then I made a slit, and then I took some scissors and I cut it down all the way down here. So there's this portion missing so that I could slide another notebook, a 4th notebook, in the back, and I wouldn't have to worry about like maneuvering them or anything on the string, because when you put 4 on here it gets a little annoying. So then I just like slide this in. You see that? Look how fancy. And then this notebook, especially if you use it a lot and you like to put washi tape on it, you can just slide it out as much as you want and write on it separately and then slide it back in, which is something I really love. It just fits back there nicely. And then you have 1, 2, 3, and a folder. And then your 4th notebook, like that. And they all fit in here. And close it up, and still plenty of space on the side here, so there's no overhang whatsoever. That makes me super happy, and it's still incredibly lightweight. I just can't even explain to you how funny that is. I love it. And of course this fits very nicely tucked in there, and it even covers the pen, so there's no overhang from that either. Sweet. Very, very excited. So that has been my unboxing from Jet Pens, and I hope that this is going to work out for me. I don't know what else I could put in these little notebooks that I don't want to carry in my standard size. I have so many writing notebooks, it's not even funny, but I end up using them, so it's okay. Alright, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!